To dissect it, Dr. Omotola Onaneye Babajide is here. Dr. Babajide, good morning. You were laughing when those students were expressing their expectations.
But it's expectations, and the expectations are valid, so it's okay.
We hope they are not hit with harsh reality. Let's prepare them now and tell them the truth so that they don't get too disappointed.
Does not equate reality, you know, so they'll get a shocker when they get out.
Well, you know, one of the issues that Ladi raised in that report is the issue of employability. And we heard what the lecturer said. So there's a change coming, but we don't know how deep that change is and how much preparation, you know, they are giving those students to be employable. Because during our town hall, our youth forum on Friday, we had NECA, the Employers Association, and all of that, and some employers themselves were here. When they test some of these students, well, what do you have to offer? Is it just the book, the academics, you know, that you crammed? What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so before I go into my thoughts, I want to introduce myself to the guest. My name is Dr. Omotola Babajide, and I am an academic. I consider myself an executive academic. I have been in academia for 25 years. And so I understand the nuances, and academia consists of research, the pillars of research, teaching, and community engagement. All right, so by the side, I also consult, and I also am an entrepreneur. And so back to your question. The question was, how do we relate the employability
of the children as they're coming out of school?
Okay, so we know that data has shown that less than 25% of our current graduates right now are quite employable. As a matter of fact, there has been a lot of how will I say? There have been a lot of things on the social media, especially with the startups that have been saying that graduates from Nigerian universities are not employable. And the reason is because there's a gap between the skills that they teach them currently in school and the expectations of industry. Industry has changed. We are now living industry 4.0. We are moving into industry 5.0, into AI, automation, and machine learning. What we're still teaching Nigerian students are quite different. The curriculum, the practical skills is very, very, very different, very, very nuanced against what the expectation of industry is right now. So yes, the employability is quite tricky.
So when you preach your message of the business of brilliance, how does that bridge the gap?
Okay, so we know that realistically, students will come out of schools and will not get jobs. So the question, the ecosystem we're trying to build in my consulting and with my partners is, how do we shift the minds of graduates to think about how can they create value instead of what job will I get? How do you create value from your credentials, from your talents, from your skills, from your brilliance, and sell it in a public space like social media? And that's what we do in our consulting. We have a program called The Business of Your Brilliance. Your brilliance is an intellectual asset. It's an asset that you can sell, but you have to know how to identify it. You have to know how to package it, how to position it, and how to monetize it and market it.
So
and
if some of those students were listening to you now, what would you tell them about how to identify their brilliance and how to package it?
And that's where we come in as a consultant and as a mentor. So they come into my program, they have a consultation with me. I look at what they have, I sit with them, and I can identify it right from the word go.
Can you give me an example of how it works? Like, I'm a student, I come to you, I studied economics. Right, so where do I go from here?
So maybe you're a graduate of economics. Maybe you're good with analysis, you're good with data analysis, and maybe you're not too sure exactly what form of brilliance you have. We'll sit with you. We ask you a survey. We have some number of questions. We look at what your transcripts have shown. Where are you good at? What are you good at? We ask you some questions. What are you good at? What do people come to you for? Some people are naturally good at communication. Some people are naturally good at mathematics, analysis. Some are good at problem solving. So we identify that skill that you're very good at. We sit with you and we say, you can build a business out of this. You can become a tutor, you can become a researcher, you can become a research assistant, you can become a remote assistant to somebody overseas, and we can connect you with those job opportunities.
But
Do you
you know,
understand?
the reality of dealing with the now generation mostly is they're very impatient. So
True.
do they have the time, the patience to go through this after going through school, you know?
Yes, they
and that
do.
is why a lot of them do not even want to do a 9 to 5 because they are not patient enough to wait to the end of the month to get a salary.
And that's true. The reason they are not patient enough is because they can earn so much money on social media, on platforms, on the internet, much more than they can earn from 9 to 5. As a matter of fact, if you position your brilliance properly, you can earn 10 times what you're supposed to earn.
Should I resign from my job?
You can, and I can help you. You're very good with communication skills. Do you know that as a speaker, you can earn 15,000 per keynote speaking address slot?
Wow.
$15,000.
What's going to happen to employers? Who's going to be working? Who will be employees?
Not everybody has the courage to go through that. So the people that are not very bold will stay in their 9 to 5.
Employees.
Will stay as employees. And those that are bold, that want more and want to become more and are challenged and really want to put all in it, will become millionaires.
But there are
with their
risks
brilliance.
to this and there are costs to this.
Definitely.
Let's be realistic here.
Definitely. When you go through school for 4 years, don't you pay school fees? So when you go through mentorship and you know that the goal at the end of the day is going to make you some money, why won't you want to pay some money to be able to do that?
But there are risks also. It's not everyone who has attempted it has been successful.
You will be successful only if you have the desire and the courage to go through it. You will be successful. It's a matter of your desire, because success comes from desire. It comes from hunger. Are you hungry?
Does
Are you
it
really
come
hungry?
from talent and abilities?
Yes, it does, but it has to be combined with hunger. You have to be hungry for success.
Hungry for money, hungry for success.
Success comes first, then money comes later.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Omotola Onane Babajide, Executive Consultant at Bright Concepts Consulting.
Yes.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right. It's time to go global.